Alright guys, it's your boy LJ, and today we'll be breaking down how my student went from 2K to 10K a month, getting 262 new clients in just 90 days of working with me overall inside Beyond Barbers Academy. A little bit about myself for you guys who don't know who I am overall. My name is LJ Lazarde. I'm 23 years old now. I started making content when I was 19 years old. I've been able to scale my business, right, from making 2K a month, moving into a brand new city, brand new state, all the way from Alaska to California, Santa Barbara to be specific, and then scaling my business upwards to 22K in a single month just from cutting hair, charging well over $120 for just a cut, and now having a social media presence that I've had till this day, right? Also taking my student JGAT from 2K to 10K a month. Jack as well, J Blends, from around 4K a month to 12K a month. He's about to hit his 13K a month actually this month. So we're constantly scaling, as well as my student Aaron, also known as Faded by Lazo, a 17-year-old barber, about to be a senior in high school. We did this when he was 16 years old, going from 1K to 8K a month. And now he's on track to do his first 10K a month this month, right? He just cleared 3K in a single week that he just told me now on a check-in call, right? As well as barber Demos, right? He was going from basically, he's in the UK, right? I don't remember exactly the conversions to GDP, but for USD, he came to me at 3K a month. Right now he's doing 6.1K a month in just the first 30 days of working with me overall. And today we're gonna be breaking down exactly how my students have been able to get results like this, right? How you guys can go ahead and just implement exactly what I'm gonna teach you today into your business overall, so you can start making more money, attracting those new clients into your chair and fill those books, raise your prices, and just make more money, work less overall. So before I actually get down to exactly how we did this and the systems and exactly what we did overall to get these results for JGAT, right? I just wanna address a little bit of things that may go on in barbers' heads when it comes to creating content, right? I know I talk to a lot of barbers in the DMs, and a lot of you guys are like, LJ, I just don't think that making content really, I don't want to make content. I get too scared. I get too shy, right? What I have to say to that is, at the end of the day, closed mouths do not get fed overall. And at the end of the day, it's just an excuse. The barber industry has adapted and evolved in a way to where you gotta be making content. If you don't, you're gonna be left behind and you're not gonna be making much money from barbering, or you're gonna be stuck charging 30 bucks a cut, making 3 to 4K a month, give or take, right? And you're just gonna be stuck there overall if you don't actually decide to adapt and grow with where the industry is heading overall. And another excuse I hear barbers actually make is, LJ, like my city, bro, my location, I'm not in a big city and I just don't think anyone is gonna pay 100 bucks or even 80 bucks for a haircut, right, in my city, right? At the end of the day, my boy Aaron, he is located in Juneau, Alaska, a population of 30,000 people, and there's no actual cities around him overall, right? He was able to scale from 1K to 8K a month in just 6 months, right? Working with me one-on-one in literally a town, you guys can look it up, with a population of less than 30,000 people overall, right? So, boom, it's not gonna be your location, right? It's the fact that you're not marketing, you're not putting yourself out there. Right? Maybe people won't pay 100 bucks a cut directly in your city, but I guarantee you that there are people in surrounding cities, well, actually people also in your city that are willing to pay for that 180 bucks a cut, right? You just haven't targeted them yet. You just haven't targeted them yet. You just haven't attracted them into your business, because all you know is people who walk into the shop, people who phone calls, people who just word of mouth. Right? Those are never going to be clients that are actually going to pay you big bucks for a haircut, right? Another excuse I hear from barbers in the DMs, because I do talk to a lot of barbers in the DMs, right? They're always asking me for help and whatnot. I genuinely try my best to help every single one of you guys in the DMs out. But another excuse, I don't know what to post, right? Today we're going to be covering exactly what my student did and what he posted in order to get these results, right? So with that being said, right? Or Another excuse I hear is a lot of barbers are like, oh, LJ, I'm too young. I'm still in high school, or I'm still in barber school. I can't focus on creating content and building the business, right? When in reality, Jay Blends, Jay Gat, and my guy Gustavo G Cuts, right? They were all in barber school when they actually joined Beyond Barbers Academy, right? And they were able to scale their business, past 10K a month while in barber school. Gustavo also was in barber school and in high school, right? So at the end of the day, it's not gonna be an excuse for you not to scale. At the end of the day, it's gonna come down to, can you actually go ahead and make the time and create the time for you to actually go ahead and scale the business, right? But you're never gonna do that if you don't have the proper systems, the proper guidance in order for you to actually do the damn thing every single day, right? So with that being said, let's dive into exactly how my student, Jay Gat, also known as Josue, right, was able to go from 2K to 10K a month, 262 new clients in just 90 days. Boom, let's get into it. So the first thing I want to cover in this video today is going to be mindset, right? In order for someone to actually scale, right, you need to have the proper mindset for you to actually go ahead and level up, right? Because truth be told, right, if the one watching this right now was truly worthy of making 10, 15K a month, right, you would already be there. But the only thing and the first thing that's actually holding you back is your mindset, right? Your mindset overall. This could be your mindset in terms of how you view money. Are you someone who is a penny pincher and doesn't want to invest their money into getting the skills, into getting the help, into getting the knowledge so that you can actually go ahead and scale, right? Why that is not good, right? To have that type of mindset where you're just, I'm gonna save my way up to $100,000, right? Making only 2K a month, right? At the end of the day, it's that same mindset that's kept you at 2K a month. And it's that exact mindset that's gonna keep you stuck there at 2K a month, or 3 or even 4 or 5K a month for the rest of your life. Because you have this penny pinching mindset that is literally holding you back from seeing the growth to 10, 15K a month, right? Because you believe that you have to go ahead and just save your way up. When in reality, you need to actually go ahead and invest your money into the right guidance, into the right help, so that you can actually go ahead, learn the skills, so that you can be somebody worthy of making 10, 15K a month, right? But it all starts with your mindset. How do you view money, right? On a deeper level, exactly how you view money is going to be correlated to how you grew up. For me, for example, I'm from a Filipino background, right? My mom worked 2 jobs, right? My dad struggled to keep one, right? And we didn't come from a lot of money growing up. So all throughout my life, I've always thought, I gotta try and save my money. Save it so much, even when I was only earning 30 bucks a cut. And I thought that's how I was going to get rich, just by saving at 30 bucks a cut. When in reality, that is so flawed. Because yes, I can save my way and eventually get to $100,000 in the bank account, right? But that's gonna take me a long freaking time. It's gonna take me years, right? When I could cut the check, invest my money into learning skills in order to actually push my income forward from maybe 3K a month to 10K a month, charging 30 bucks a cut to 120 bucks a cut, right? And then actually earn a lot more overall, right? People who build real wealth, right? They worry about stacking cash later after they have a very strong skill that brings them in a strong income, 15, 20K a month, right? While also buying your time back, right? That's how you get rich, right? And then boom, how you build wealth. You take that money that you are making from that income, right? And then you invest it into things that are going to build your wealth, right? Assets overall, right? But it all starts with a mindset. Your relationship with money needs to be fixed. Just have to rewire it and understand where it comes from. For me, it came from my parents, that they would always want to save overall. But at the end of the day, no hate to my parents, love my parents, but that's why they were at the position that they're at, and that's why I grew up the way I grew up, is because of the mindset with money overall. So I knew I had to rewire my mindset. And once I actually rewired my mindset and was like, oh, well, instead of penny pinching, I could actually use my money and invest it towards a skill that's going to allow me to generate a lot more cash flow into the business, right? Then I could go ahead and worry about stacking cash later. Right, so mindset overall. My student, Josue, had to invest into the program in order to actually learn the skills of content creation, how to talk to clients, what exactly to say, how to present himself as an authority in order to actually go from 2K a month to 10K a month. If he never invested, he never had that mindset of let me invest my money, he would not be where he's at today. And we literally did an interview earlier and he said exactly that. Right. So first and foremost, your mindset needs to be fixed. The second part about your mindset, you need to be somebody that truly believes that you can get to that level, right? A lot of you guys are stuck at 2, 3, 4K a month, right? 4, even 5K a month. And you guys have this mindset of, I don't think I can get to 10. I don't think I can get to 15K a month, right? But it's that exact way of thinking that's keeping you stuck at 5, 4, 3K a month. The way you think, the way you articulate your thoughts, the way you control your thoughts overall is going to have a direct correlation to your business, how much money you make, right? How much cash flow is actually coming into the business, right? But how you actually can fix that is whenever you catch yourself thinking and you're not believing in yourself, you literally just tell yourself the opposite. I am worthy of making 10K a month. I am worthy of making 15K a month. Right? And then you go into what does that version of myself making 10, 15K a month actually look like and what do they do, right? Well, I probably won't just be sitting on the couch eating chips, watching a movie after cutting hair. I'll probably be posting content, right? Getting new clients to the business overall, right? So boom, mindset, right? So now we're gonna be covering over exactly what type of content Josue was posting and all the other students inside the program, and why this type of content was actually able to get him 50 to 100, 262 new clients in literally just 90 days, right? So boom. By the way, if you guys also do the mindset that I have, value the mindset that my students have, right? You guys can go ahead and just book a call with me down below. We'll see if you're actually a good fit to work with us inside Beyond Barbers Academy so we could get your mindset locked in, get you making some more money overall in the business. All right, boom. But anyways, let's get into the content, what he was actually doing with the content, what type of content he was posting to get those results, right? And I'm sure a lot of you guys, if you guys been following me, been seeing all my students' results, you guys know that it is the consultation videos, right? That's been able to allow him to scale and get so many new clients. Right? I'm gonna be telling you exactly why this type of content actually converts and why he was able to go from 2K a month to 10K a month in 90 days, getting 262 new clients in that same time frame as well, posting consultations, right? It's gonna come down to 3 things inside the consultations, right? And those 3 things are, vulnerability, relatability, and trust. Oh shoot. Without these 3 things, you are never going to convert new clients at a high rate with your consultation videos. Boom. And now I'm gonna talk about why these 3 things are actually important to display in your consultation videos to actually go ahead and convert some new clients into the business, right? So we'll go through the first one, which is vulnerability, right? Simple, right? If you think about your typical barbershop, maybe a new client walks in and most barbers are just like, hey bro, what kind of cut do you want? You want a mid-taper? What do you want? You want a little bit off the top? Quarter inch off the top? Oh, sounds good. Quarter inch off the top, mid-taper, boom. Start cutting your hair, hand in the mirror, boom, right? There's no vulnerability there, right? And how we can actually differentiate ourselves from just that typical barber, right, is allowing your client to be vulnerable, right? Allowing them to actually speak about their problems, speak about their issues, speak about why they actually decide to book with you and not another barber. That's just a quick cut, right? For example, right? Your client could say something like, yo bro, I just feel like other barbers, they just, rush my haircuts. They don't really pay attention to the shear work on top. I really struggle with this flat hair, and most barbers can't get it right. Boom. If your client says that on camera, they're being vulnerable, right? And at the end of the day, if we're trying to attract new clients into the business, we want our clients to be vulnerable on camera, because the people watching your video and watching your client be vulnerable are the ones who are gonna be like, oh wow, this client's able to be vulnerable on camera and able to be vulnerable with this barber. I think I wanna go to him because that barber actually allows them to be vulnerable, right? So you guys gotta open up the floor for vulnerability, because 9 times out of 10, clients have problems with their hair, with the service in general, with whatever it is in terms of the barbering, right? More than just a haircut, right? And if you're able to allow them to be vulnerable, people are more willing going to actually book with you instead of another barber overall. All right, boom. Number 2, relatability, right? This could be in such a form of so many different ways, right? Maybe, for example, you watching this on the screen, maybe you guys like the jacket that I have on right now. This vintage YSL, you like the watch that I have, maybe the sweats that I have, maybe not the sweats, right? I'm just in the crib. So, but maybe you guys like that, right? That's one form of relatability. Another form of relatability, right, is maybe even like music that you use in your content. Maybe you're using rap songs or something, right? People that also like that are going to book with you because they relate, right? But furthermore, to be even stronger with relatability, you must relate to the client that's actually in your chair when doing the consultation video. So if a client is saying, like, yeah, bro, like a lot of barbers just chop my hair, they push back my lineup, they make my hair super straight and flat when I want it textured, right? You can easily relate by being like, got you, bro, for sure. I definitely hear you out, man. I do deal with a lot of clients that have straight, flat hair, but luckily for you, bro, I deal with this issue a lot. I'm gonna go ahead and fix this for you, bro. Don't worry about it, right? Boom. Just from that, you are relating to your client. Also, at the end of the day, if your client is speaking about all those different issues, speaking about all those problems, being vulnerable, these 2 and 2, they can intertwine, right? With the audience and with the viewers on the other side of the screen, because they're like, oh damn, I also relate to having straight flat hair too. To this client that this barber is servicing also has straight flat hair. I also have straight flat hair too, right? Viewers are going to relate. And then they're furthermore going to actually book an appointment, right? Boom. Last one is trust overall. And how you can build trust is, one, through what you actually say, reinforcing these two with what you're actually saying in the consultation. But the best way to actually do this is, one, by actually fixing the problem that's stated in here, in the showcase, in the end product, in the end haircut, and showing that how you fixed it. Or if you had someone coming with straight hair, in the aftercut, it has to look textured and wavy, right? With more volume overall, right? Top of that, how can you build trust? You literally get a testimonial from your client, because what more can you trust from someone literally telling the camera they liked the cut, or this was the best cut they've ever gotten, or this was an amazing service. So much trust there, right? Think about it when you guys go ahead and buy something on Amazon, right? You're not gonna buy the thing that has 2 stars, 1,000 reviews, right? Everybody's saying it's trash, you know? You're going to buy the thing that has 5 stars, 1,000 reviews, and everybody's saying, like, oh, this is the best product ever. It worked super well, came fast shipping. It's the same thing here, right? Same literal concept here. All right, boom. So JGAT understood all of those things, and all my other students understand all these things, right? And that's why they're able to scale fast and actually see results in their business in a given time frame, right? Not just like guessing overall, right? The last thing that allows all my students to scale, right, and that actually allowed Josue in specific to get 262 new clients, right, in 90 days, is systems and consistency. And we're gonna get into this and why this is actually important, right? Without the proper systems, without editors who actually know how to edit your content, format it in a way so that people actually book in, right? Without people in place for you to actually succeed, you are not going to be consistent. right? And that is why my students scale, is because we have people in place, editors in place, systems in place that allow them to record every single day and get a ton of content every single day without feeling burnt out, without feeling super stressed overall, right? And then they're able to post every single day consistently because of the team that we have in place, because of the competent editors that we have in place as well. Right? It's the same thing, right? And without the systems, you cannot be consistent, right? And this is so obvious, but I'll just break it down. You have to be consistent in order to actually see results. It's the same with the gym. If you're not consistent with the gym, if you're not consistent with your diet, you're not going to see the results that you actually want to see. It's the same with your business. If you're not consistent, right? If you're not consistent, you will never actually see the results that you want to actually see in the business in a given amount of time frame. Maybe you might see it in 2-3 years down the line, but why wait that freaking long, right? If you truly care about scaling your business, right, maybe buying your time back, providing for your family, right, setting up for your future family, going on vacations, taking care of the ones that you love, right, living a life that you actually want to live, then you are going to cut the check and actually get the systems so that you can be consistent, right? Think about it like an ad overall. Consistency is so important because think about it like an ad, right? I don't know for some of you guys, for me, for example, I've bought in stuff from TikTok Shop, right? But it will never be the first ad that I see from TikTok Shop that will actually make me buy, right? Usually the 10th or 11th time that I see something that I actually go ahead, I'm gonna buy it, fuck it. I've seen it so many times, I'm gonna just buy it. It's the same with content. It's the same with getting clients, right? I guarantee you there's a lot of clients in your pipeline, in your followers right now who are almost going to book or who are maybe here and booking is here, right? And every single video that you put out every single day, you have to think you're making your clients you have to think you're making your followers and your pipeline and people who follow you one step closer to this, which is booking, boom. But you're never going to push them one step closer if you aren't consistent, right? Think about how faster you can get people in your pipeline or even new followers to actually book if you are posting consistently every single day, rather than, let's say, if you even only post 15 times out of 30 days in a month, right? If someone is here and booking is here, right? Boom, they're gonna move one step and then move another step after 2 days, then another. It's gonna take way longer. And that's why systems, having people in place to edit your videos for you that are competent and understand, this allows you to be consistent. Right? And this allows you to stay consistent and actually thrive long-term in your business and not just be like a one-hit wonder. Maybe you hit 10K a month once, but can you do it again? Maybe you hit 15K a month once, but can you do it again and again? You need systems and you need people in place working for and with you in order to get consistent results and in order to actually scale the business so that you can buy your time back, live the life that you actually want to live, and not just be a slave to the freaking chair overall. All right, boom, right? So with all those three things, that is exactly how Jay Gatt, I just used him in specific because he's the newest client that I've taken on so far, right? Allowed him to scale from 2K a month to 10K a month, 262 new clients in literally just 90 days, right? It's those exact systems, it's those exact pillars, it's everything that I just talked about in this video that's allowed him to scale, right? So for you that's watching this on the other side of the screen, right? I've given you all the information, all the knowledge on how to actually scale and what you need to do moving forward to actually scale the business, right? So there's two things you can do, right? You can continue to watch the free content and continue to learn more and maybe do it yourself overall, right? Or what you can do is shoot me a DM on Instagram, right? And see how I can actually help you and how I can actually custom tailor mentorship to your situation so that you can get results just like my students in a given time frame, right? So other than that, if you are actually ready, shoot me a DM, right? Or even if you just want to see how I could furthermore help you out, just shoot me a DM. Always love talking to all the barbers in there overall. Or if you are a bit more ready overall, just click the link down below, book in a call with me, and we'll see how we can actually further help you out in your business so that you can buy your time back, start charging more, making more, actually moving with a sense of direction and purpose in this industry and not just staying stagnant at one spot, right? Boom, links down below, or shoot me a DM. Anyways, it's your boy Pinoy Blends, LJ Elizarde, AKA Pinoy Blends. That being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.